Welcome back to Drumcast TV for November 1st, 2012. My name's Darren Mathis. Glad you could tune in. Today we're going to be talking about independence, or trying to play different things on different limbs at the same time. Basically, patting your head and rubbing your stomach. Drumcast TV is sponsored by Amazing Slowdowner from Ronnie Music. I've been using Amazing Slowdowner for years to slow down and figure out drum fills and guitar licks, but that's not all it does. It transposes, changes pitch, and creates loops using MP3 files, AAC, and many other music formats. It even works on CDs. I use Amazing Slowdowner for transposing songs so they're easier to sing and I don't have to change guitar tunings. And I can even save them as new files and send them to bandmates. Amazing Slowdowner for Windows or Mac. Try it for free at Drumcast TV/ASD. So let's go with this voicemail message from Russ.
Hi, Darren. Name's Russ Miller. I'm calling from Findlay, Illinois. I drummed when I was younger. I'm almost 40 now, and I just bought another set. Haven't drummed for, probably about 12 to 15 years, so it's pretty much like starting over again. I still got a lot of good tempo and stuff in my system. I've got a bad problem with, I've noticed though, like when I do my eighth notes on my hi-hat or my ride cymbal, and I go to do my 16ths on my right foot, my right ride hand wants to break the eighth notes down into 16ths with my right foot. I was kind of wondering if you could tell me what I could do to break that habit, because that is a bad habit I've got now. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks, Darren. Bye.
Hey Russ, thanks for that question about trying to disconnect your right hand and your right foot. Let me show you this beat that really got me thinking about independence, or helped me back in the 80s, early 90s. There was a song called All Fired Up by Van Halen that came out, and basically the intro to it is a drum intro. It goes like this. That's a good example. It helped teach me to disconnect my right hand and my right foot, because my right hand there is playing eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then the kick drum is like. So your kick drum, you're going to want to play 2 16th notes when you hit that first hi-hat cymbal, or that first hi-hat beat. If your right hand and your right foot haven't developed independence, or they're connected like Russ is talking about, if you try and play even something that small, what you end up doing is, because you've gotten so used to mirroring everything on your right hand on your right foot, so you're fine doing those separately, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E. So when it comes time to put those two together, it might sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1E and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1E and 2 and. So what I would do is suggest slowing it way down, taking it very small chunks at a time. The first beat of that measure, I'm going to play an eighth note on the hi-hat and 2 16th notes on the kick drum. 1E. That's it. That is the first step to starting to disconnect your right hand and your right foot. You notice when my stick comes up is when the second 16th note hits. So even though you're playing eighth notes on the hi-hat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and your stick is kind of moving in a 16th note pattern. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. So I would just do this exercise. And then move the 16th notes to different places. Let's put them on the last 16th notes of every beat. So that'd be 1E and a, 2E and a, or 1E and a, 2E and a. Now let's put the kick drum on the 2 16th, or the middle 2 16th notes of every beat. So it's 1E and a, 2E and a. So I would work on exercises like that, where you've got a continuous eighth note pattern going with your right hand, 1 and 2 and you're going to throw in the kick drum, either groups of 2 or 3 16th notes in different places. 1E, 3E, or E and a, 3E and a. If any time any of that becomes too difficult, just slow it down and look at a smaller part or a smaller chunk of the beat, like we did when we started off. 1E, 3E. I found that's the key to learning a lot different drumming techniques, is to look at things in a macro focus, just taking very small chunks and blowing them up big and slow so you can analyze what's going on, and then once you get comfortable with it, you speed it up and put it back in the context of the larger beat. Well, I hope that helps, and thanks a lot again for your question, Russ. Now, if you've got a question, comment, or suggestion you'd like me to respond to, you can call 1-800-827-9170 or go to youtube.com/drumcasttv and send a video response, and I'll try and answer it right here on Drumcast TV. Until next time, keep practicing and God bless.